Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the dev diary. Now I don't usually cover these, but this week's, the one before the Royal Court Expansion launches, is all about achievements, which if you do watch the channel is usually what I live stream, different achievement runs and things like that. So I thought we'd take a quick look. It's not going to be a very long video, just see what the achievements are going to be when they come next week, and maybe which one I'm going to play next. We'll take a look as we look through the posts. So yeah, as you say, number 88 even, fair getting through these. So obviously, as always, they're split into very easy, medium, and all that kind of stuff. So, first one, patronage, fund and inspired characters project, receive the end result. This sounds very easy. I think a lot like the base achievements. I think a few of these are just going to be ones that you'll just encounter during normal gameplay, and then there's usually the ones where you've got to kind of put a little bit more effort into them, and then obviously the very hard ones where you have to put a lot of effort into trying to get them finished. So, obviously, starting off pretty easy. I made this loot an artifact you do not have a claim on and pass it down to your heir. I would imagine, especially if you play like Vikings or something like that, this one's going to be super easy. You just steal an artifact and then have your heir keep it. Now, this one is funny. I did see, I think a Reddit post about this one. This is an easy one. Personally, know 10 languages. Now, there was obviously the dev diary about languages. I can't remember how easy it is to learn a language, but to learn 10 of them doesn't seem like super easy. Although I suppose if maybe you're a learning character and you focus on it from the beginning of a lifetime, maybe it is quite easy to do. Obviously, we'll see when it comes out. Changing course and converging paths. Create divergent culture and create a hybrid culture. So it's like the split and then the combination. Again, this is one that I think you'll just achieve this through general gameplay. The medium ones here, Hoarder, have an artifact in every slot in the inventory and Royal Court. This does seem one like you might have to work a little bit towards. Again, depending on how hard it is to create them. Maybe it won't be that difficult, especially if you're looting. You'll probably be able to get this again relatively easily, but obviously for every slot and in the Royal Court, it'd be kind of interesting to see how hard that is. Creme de la creme, reach the maximum amount of court grandeur. Just play the Byzantines, and I imagine it won't be that hard to get this one. One of a kind, obtain an epic artifact from adventure inspiration. Again, quite easy, I think. there's a common theme so far on all these. I don't think that they're going to be that difficult to achieve. Braving the Bold. Now, this is the first one of some of my favourite kind of achievements. Starting as the PS in 867, rule Poland, adopt feudalism, own a famed or illustrious rarity, regalia, crown, weapon, and armour. So you could probably combine this one with Hoarder a little bit anyway. These are the ones I like, where you start as a certain kind of, certain place, and then you kind of work towards an achievement through, basically, like say, kind of through general gameplay, but it gives you something to kind of work towards in just like a campaign that you're doing, so it isn't just fully free-flowing, I'm just going to do whatever I want. You've got a little bit something to aim for, and again, this one isn't time-gated, so I imagine it'd be quite a fun first one. When the expansion comes out, Brave and the Bold, I think it'd be quite a lot of fun as a first campaign to kind of get your head around the new mechanics, but also have that kind of little gameplay goal as you go along. They belong in a museum. Appoint a character with a completed adventure inspiration as your antiquarian. This one seems quite easy, although I suppose it depends how hard adventure inspirations are. But obviously, once you've got one, you can just appoint him as your antiquarian, and you'll be done. The true Royal Court, as a vassal king to an emperor, have a higher court grandeur than they do. I'm not sure about this one, how easy it'll be. Maybe if you're part of the HRE and you were like, I don't know, Bavaria, or if you're in the Byzantines, maybe you get Thessalonica or Anatolia, some pretty big. Maybe that one won't be too hard. It depends how hard it is to get grandeur as a king compared to an emperor. If I remember the dev diaries, I think it obviously is a little bit harder, but I suppose you've got I suppose if you have like maybe a new emperor takes over and you're quite an old king, maybe it'll help you on that. I'm not too sure actually. This one would be kind of interesting to work towards. Hard ones. This is where the fun begins. Starting and staying as a Jewish ruler in East Africa. Rule a kingdom and diverge your culture. This will be interesting. I'm not sure how many Jewish rulers there are at the beginning of the game. I don't think there's that many. I know there's a few, but I don't think there's a lot to choose from. Obviously, you've got to stay as a Jewish ruler. Now, that will be interesting. I wonder if you well, you can't accidentally get converted, but I wonder if you do convert and then switch back. It does say stay as, so I presume you've got to stay as a Jewish faith all the way through. Which would be kind of... I wonder if you have to do it during their lifetime, actually. Starting and staying as a Jewish ruler, rule a kingdom and diverge your culture. I wonder if you have to do it as the initial person, or as you've just got, your dynasty's lifetime to finish this, because you could run afoul of, maybe your heir gets, captured and then forced to convert, and then they quickly become your king, and then the attempt's ruined. So, yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. I imagine you could do this during your dynasty. I wonder if that'll be clarified before the game comes out. Rise the Gurids, starting as the Duke of Gur in 867 or 1066. Conquer the borders of the historical Gurid Empire. Again, this one seems a fun one. I think the Gurids, looking at the map, is that where like Carthage is? Tunis? I'm probably... I didn't check this before I recorded the video. I probably should have done, but that's going to be my guess. Please correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong, which I probably am. But again, a nice fun one. That might be quite a nice one to start as. If you're a bit more experienced in the game and you want to jump into the expansion, it might be quite a good one. Because it is a hard one, so I imagine it's obviously quite hard to do this. But without looking at the map, I'm not sure. The Turkish Eagle, as the Seljuk court in Samosata, form, run, and create a hybrid culture between Oghuz and Greek. This one sounds fun. Kind of a long-term project. Try to get this done. Bod Chempo, terrible pronunciation. As a member of the Pugyal dynasty, recreate the Empire of Tibet. Again, this one just sounds fun. There's no other kind of mechanics you're working towards, but it just looks like a fun little campaign to do. Delusions of Grandeur, be at least 6 levels above your expected court grandeur. I wonder. I would expect this one might be one you can cheat on a little bit at the beginning, because always when an expansion comes out, there's probably going to be one court somewhere that already has quite high court grandeur due to the expected, and you might be able to boost it up really quickly. But again, without playing the mechanics, I'm not sure how hard this one will be. True Tolerance, rule a realm containing at least 10 cultures with 95% or more acceptance of a culture. That seems quite difficult. Inspirational, sponsor 30 successful inspirations in one game. If you're starting 867, I can't imagine this to be too difficult. I guess it depends how long these take. It might be like the one from the content pack, the Northern Lords, where it was it built the runestones, and it's almost impossible unless you basically cheat on it. Very hard. Lingua Franca. Have every royal court in the world speak your core language. That does sound very hard. Joe, I don't remember them pointing out in the previous diaries how can you like force another court to your language? I guess maybe you can, or if yours is so good, I guess they might convert to it themselves. I'd have to have a check, but I can't remember. The last one, nobody comes to Fika. With the county of Fika as your primary title, divert your culture and spread it to 30 counties. Wow, that's pretty hard. With a county of Fika as your primary title, so you can't create a duke. You've got to stay as a county, and then you've got to diverge your culture and spread it to 30 counties without, I think looking at this, without becoming a duke, you've got to do that, which does sound very hard. Again, without seeing the mechanics in person, it's kind of hard to know exactly how hard it is, but that one does sound, these two do sound very hard. So be kind of interesting to give them a go. And that's it. Like I said, quick video today on the latest post. Like I said, I don't usually do these kind of videos, so if you've enjoyed this, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know. They'll be starting to do the posts about the next content pack or the next patch after next week. So if you have enjoyed this, do let me know. Also, if there's an achievement you've seen there that you do think you're going to be going towards, leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you're going to try. Are you going to mix them with a base game achievement run or something like that? I'd be kind of interested to see what everyone's going to go for at the beginning. So hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next video.